So this is part of my series in the run training tips and tips on running either a marathon or even short distances or even longer distances if you're doing something like a 50-mile or 100-mile run. So with that, this particular tip addresses lifting while running. Now I've talked to the running coaches I've talked to, which is just a few. They seem to think that doing a little bit of lifting is plenty and maybe even a little bit overboard. I completely disagree with that. So I mentioned in my last video or my intro video to this, I ran 3 straight marathons, three straight years. Now with that, lifting was a very invaluable part of my training. I lifted, I think on average of 4 or 5 days, maybe even 6 days. I don't remember specifically. But had I not lifted during that time, I would have really had some issues with pain issues and things like that. So lifting the way I lift and the way I actually prescribe lifting balances people out. It ends up stretching the muscles out and keeping you a little bit more limber. On top of that, it actually adds strength to your run. You get more potential out of your running when you lift properly. Now I know some of the run coaches I talked to may have had the idea that, well, lifting is a little bit more like bodybuilding. And when you lift like a bodybuilder, the two things: you're going to bulk up, you're going to get heavier, which is definitely going to take away from your running. The other thing is you're going to get stiff, and you're going to get, along with the bulk, you're disconnecting the body when you lift like a bodybuilder. So you have to lift properly. And I mentioned in my intro video to this that I ran all my marathons at over 200 pounds. With that said, when I was doing all my training, I was dropping weight, so I wasn't gaining weight. I started, I think, on average of 230 pounds in my first marathon, and got all the way down to about 203 pounds, I think is where I ended up running my third marathon. So having said that, I'm a bigger guy, so with that, I end up carrying more weight. But just because of that, when you lift properly, it doesn't mean you add weight to your body. You actually add strength, and you can lift in a certain way where you're dropping weight. You also lift, again, I'm going to reiterate this, you're going to lift in a way that you're going to connect your body together. You're going to add potential to your run, and you're going to reduce injuries because you're going to be more flexible when you lift properly.